First question. What is the greatest quality that human possess?
The greatest quality is, in my opinion, is compassion. When I say compassion, it's the outcome, the expression of love. Now, love is something that is within you, but how to express it? Because if you don't express it, it will become stale. You know? Like you have yogurt in your house and you don't eat it, you don't do anything with it. So it becomes stale after some time. So love is, although it is within, but how to express it, that is compassion. And that is, I think, the greatest quality.
So that is the greatest quality is compassion, which other beings, living beings, does not have?
No, you see, the thing is, it's very difficult for us. I'm an animal lover also. I love animals. That doesn't mean that I have to have pet at my home. So we love animals, but we must understand that there's a basic difference. Basic difference. Their neocortex is not fully evolved. And so they can feel, they have emotion, they can think also a bit. And they have similar needs for food and drink and to rest and sex and all that. Those are similar needs, but they don't have those qualities of, higher qualities of compassion. I was rereading about Bushido. Bushido is the Japanese way of the warriors. Do is Tao. Do is something like Dharma, you know. In the Greek tradition, it was called Dena. It becomes Deen, becomes in the Middle Eastern languages become Deen and everything. So it's Dharma is the basic thing. So there are two different types of Dharma according to the Japanese tradition. This is very interesting. One is Giri. Giri is my responsibility towards people who are around me. You know, that I have to fulfill because of my birth. I am born in Indonesia, so I have to fulfill my duties for this country. That is Giri. And that you cannot avoid it. There's no option. You have to abide by the law. You make mistake, you are punished, and then you have your duties toward your family, towards people around you. These are Giri. But then there is a higher Dharma called Gishi. And
Gishi, okay.
And Gishi is something that is for all human beings. Your responsibility towards the planet, your responsibility towards this whole universe. And then if there is a conflict between your responsibility towards your family, towards your country, towards your nation, towards people you love, towards people you're related, then you have to really be in a position to think clearly, what is my Gishi towards this entire universe?
Wow.
So Giri should be number 2. Gishi should be on a higher level for the sake of humanity.
So Gishi is on the highest level.
Yeah, I was just thinking about our nation's ideology, you know, Panchasila.
Yeah.
After the godliness, Katuhanan, godliness, after that, the second one is Kamanusyaan.
True.
So it's not about my family, my this, my that. Even Sukarno said, Mahatma Gandhi said the same thing. If I have to think about the welfare of the nation and welfare of the world comes first.
So always on the greater scale, you have to take, you have to always choose the greatest
scale. But not everybody is into Gishi. Everybody is into Giri.
Giri.
Yeah.
And before Giri was, no, only Giri and Gishi.
That's what I can think of just now. It just came to my mind.
Okay, Giri and Gishi. Yeah. And Guruji, once my student in the college asked me, I belong to what religion? I answered love. That's good.
That's good. That's good. And there's no problem to say like Vivekananda said. Like Vivekananda is my ideal, He said, I'm proud to call myself a Hindu because as a Hindu, I can sit with the Buddhist and meditate in the vihara. I can go to the mosque. I can go to the temple, and yet I remain Hindu. There is no prohibition for me to go and pray to God in any of his houses.
Yes.
And that's the freedom, the kind of freedom that we all enjoy. We don't realize that. Once we become fanatic, we have no right to call ourselves Hindu.
So no fanatics.
No fanaticism, because Hindu is about udharata, about expanding your awareness, about expanding your heart. Coming back to this, expanding the heart, See how people make mistakes by translating things wrongly. In Japanese, there's a word kokoro. I was reading a book, and kokoro has been translated as mind. The whole book, you can just throw the book away.
Why is that? Because the translation
one word is mistranslated.
I see.
So everything is connected to the mind. Kokoro is not mind. Kokoro is not even heart.
So what is it?
Commonly they say when you love, it is from kokoro. But it's not only from heart. It is your inner heart, your psychic heart.
Wow. I always remember that song, Kokoro no tomoto. Oh, is it moto natasha yonde? Oh my God, I still remember that song. So feeling love is not only from the heart, not from the mind for sure.
Not from the mind,
it is from the inner.
The mind is always thinking. The mind is thinking about loss and gain and everything. But Sanatana Dharma, Wiwitan in your language, in the language of Sundanese, Wiwitan is same like Sanatana. So that says that you go inside, find the truth within.
Yeah, these are ancient teachings. Of course, it's like taking up again in this modern world, but it has long been lost.
Long been lost, yeah. Now, I was thinking also about we talk about Seva a lot,
Yeah.
And I was reading about Kokoro and all that. I remember my master telling me once that, what is the difference between you guys doing Seva? There's a lot of people there doing a lot of Seva.
Yeah. They
distribute food every day to thousands of people. They give hampers, packages, gifts, food, The difference should be when you are doing Seva, you're not helping others. It's a mental quality. It's the quality of Kokoro also. When you're doing Seva, you consider that you're serving me. You're not helping others.
Yeah. And if we start to help others, but you're supposed to help others.
Yes, but the intention when you're giving food to somebody, you're not giving food to somebody. You're serving God. You're offering the food to God through that person.
That's true. That's true. So you're offering to God through that person. This is something that we have to be so aware all the time, because
all the time.
It's usually like we get so excited. I'm giving you food. I'm helping you.
I'm doing that. I've done this. People are not doing. A lot of people, they do a lot of things. But because we are taken up by our own ego, we think we are doing everything. We cannot even see around. Look, there are so many people doing so many things.
That's true. Another question, Guruji. What is it that prevents people from living to their full potential?
Ego, that's all. Because ego is a bookmarking.
Being fearful, being doubtful, that is all ego.
Right? Everything is coming from ego. The thing is, this ego has to be won over. You have to actually shun it. You have to just drop it. Once your
Right.
Viveka is born, ego is no more there. Viveka is the sense of discretion. When I know that essentially we are all one, ego is dropped. And then when someone is doing harm to you, I don't say that you don't defend yourself. Please defend yourself. Without hatred, the person is doing a mistake because he doesn't know that he's doing a mistake. He's committing a mistake.
But it's like easier said than done. Just drop the
Of
ego
course.
and then let the Buddhi.
No. It is not easy. It is not easy. It is not even easy to understand the concept.
That's
a lot
true.
of people, they cannot even differentiate between self, the true self, and ego. So it is not easy, definitely. And that's why every morning, 3 times, 2 times a day, we do Agnihotra. We keep repeating, Idam Namama, it's not me, not me, not me.
So this ego is like is it the root cause of everything, or is that something else?
The root cause, Vashishta is telling Rama that once you are born, consider yourself that you are sick.
I'm sick. Oh my God, that's why I'm born.
There's a hospital.
Yeah.
There's a hospital. Some are more sick, some are
Less
not
sick.
that sick, less sick. But we are all sick.
Yeah, make it milder, Guruji. We're less sick.
I was referring to Ramayana by Valmiki, the original Ramayana.
Yeah.
Very interesting. Valmiki is meeting Narad Muni, the very beginning of Ramayana. And he's asking Narad, please tell me, is there a human being living on this earth at this moment of time who can be considered as an ideal man? So the Lord Rama of Valmiki is an ideal man, Mayada Purushottam. He's not God.
Yeah.
So he can make mistakes.
Yeah.
And yet he's the most ideal person. You can connect with this Rama. When Sita is kidnapped, abducted, he's crying. You can connect with him.
Yes.
But the Rama in Ramcharitmanas of Tulsi is God. He's perfect being. Whatever he does has a reason.
Always in equilibrity.
Always in equilibrity. He is, when in Valmiki, Rama is human being. When Kekai is telling him that you are banished, you have to go to the forest, he's asking her, why? What's my mistake? In Tulsidas Ramayana, he's quiet. He says, okay.
Yeah. But Guruji, it's quite difficult to relate to a God that is very human.
Exactly. This is what my master used to say over and over again. When the avatar is around you, you keep asking questions.
So it's like what we discussed last week, right?
Yes.
So we are worshippers of the carcasses.
True.
So sad.